If you crave a story that will grip your heart and pull you into a world of love, betrayal, and justice, then stay tuned, because this tale will shake your soul and challenge everything you believe about trust and revenge. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more unforgettable stories filled with mystery and emotion. At my aunt's funeral, her husband arrived with a cold smile, gliding behind him like a dark cloud, his lover holding his hand as if they walked into the hall of silence and grief, unashamedly. He sat close to my family, displaying his presence like a wound that would not heal. She looked radiant in death, her pale face peaceful, yet beneath that stillness the truth was hidden, a venom so silent and deadly that only the night knew of it. The poison that seeped through her veins was no accident. It was a cruel betrayal, woven with calculated cruelty by the two who sat so boldly before us. Their eyes filled not with regret, but with cunning satisfaction. I was frozen with shock, but my heart burned with a fire that demanded justice. My aunt was a woman of strength and kindness, a soul who gave everything to her family. Yet here was the evidence that in her final moments she suffered betrayal, not from fate, but from the hands that promised to love her. I remembered her laughter, her warmth, the way she dreamt of peaceful days and grandchildren, her unshakable belief in love and humanity. And now she was gone, with her breath stolen away by those who shared her bed and life. But my story did not end in this dark moment, for revenge is a cunning creature. It hides in the shadows and waits for the perfect moment to strike. While the world mourned, I began my quiet investigation, guided by whispers of secrets only a few dared to tell. I uncovered a web of lies and deception that stretched far beyond the surface. Their affair was not born from love but greed and jealousy, and worse, the poison was not a single act, but a slow, torturous betrayal, laced with venom in her tea, her medication, the very food she trusted and shared with them, slowly destroying her body. While I pieced these horrors together, I found my strength and a plan brewing within my heart. For the final act would bring light to this darkness and expose those monsters hiding behind a mask of love. The world would know the truth, and my aunt would finally rest in peace. For the first time since that funeral, I felt the tears fall, and not just for my loss, but for the justice that was coming. A tale of sorrow and retribution poised on the edge of revelation and redemption. At the wake that followed the funeral, the atmosphere was thick with sorrow and thinly veiled suspicion. As I watched my aunt's husband and his lover move through the crowd, their smiles brittle and eyes flickering with secrets they thought were safe. Yet some shadows cannot hide from the light, and some lies crumble under even the slightest touch. I remember the nights I stayed awake, searching through documents, messages, and silent testimonies, piecing together their cruel plot, their eager hands that poured poison not just into her cup, but into the heart of our family, their whispering betrayals that spread like a dark stain over the memories we once cherished. My aunt's laughter no longer echoed in the corners of our home, replaced by the cold silence of death and the heavy presence of those who caused it. But beneath the grief, a burning hunger for truth kindled inside me. I reached out to those who worked closest with her, the careless nurses, the forgotten maids, the friends who noticed her growing weakness, yet dared not speak, till now. With each new confession, a clearer picture emerged, revealing how ruthlessly the husband and his lover manipulated medicine schedules, hid vials of toxins, and ensured no one looked closely at the rapid decline of my aunt's health. One name kept surfacing, a man who knew their secret, who warned them, whose silence I needed to break. As days turned to restless nights, I collected every shred of evidence, every whispered confession, every forbidden message, storing it in my mind like a weapon destined for the moment of reckoning. My family began to sense that beneath my calm exterior, a storm was brewing. Their pity mingled with hope that I might be the justice we all craved. During one agonizing night, when pain threatened to consume me, I prayed for my aunt, for strength, for a miracle. And in that darkness, a miracle came, not born of magic, but truth revealed.
A hidden camera I had installed in the kitchen under the pretense of fixing the light had caught them in action, their hands trembling as they prepared her meals, the poison slipping silently into the stew. The bitter taste of betrayal coated every frame with undeniable proof that shattered the mask of innocence. I realized vengeance was not only a matter of exposing the truth, but a matter of timing, patience, and cold strategy. So I waited for them to celebrate their triumph, and under the veil of night, I prepared my next move. With the power of undeniable evidence in my grasp, a plan of retribution simmered, ready to explode with unrelenting force. This was more than revenge. It was a promise to my aunt that her end would birth a reckoning so terrible it would echo through the hearts of all who dare betray love and trust. For in the silent darkness of that terrible loss, a heart refused to break.
The night arrived when the final act unfolded beneath the heavy silence of a stormy sky. The very tempest outside seemed to mirror the whirlwind in my soul. I invited my aunt's husband and his lover to a gathering under the guise of mourning and remembrance, their arrogance still unchecked, their smiles tinged with the cruelty of their deeds. Inside that room, filled with people who once loved my aunt, I held the power to unravel everything. I watched as they basked in false triumph, unaware that the abyss was opening beneath their feet. I unveiled the hidden footage, the damning evidence that linked their every move to the slow murder of my beloved aunt. Gasps rippled through the crowd, disbelief and rage blending into a thunderous roar. My legs trembling with a strange mix of sorrow and satisfaction, I saw the color drain from their faces, the confident facade shatter into jagged pieces as every lie was stripped away. In that charged moment, I confronted them with the truth, not to revel in their shame, but to honor the memory of a woman whose life was stolen, but whose spirit burned brighter than ever before. Their pleas for mercy fell on deaf ears because justice was not mine to grant, but the laws and the love of those she left behind. Standing before them, the husband's lover confessed, tearfully revealing the poisonous chain reaction of greed, jealousy, and desperation that led to their crime. And as the police took them away, a strange peace settled over me, a deep mourning mixed with relief, for finally the nightmare was ending. But the story did not close with the cages that held them behind bars. It closed with a miracle. My aunt's garden, where wildflowers bloomed against all odds, a symbol of resilience and hope, reminding us that even in darkness, life can renew itself, with every petal unfolding like a quiet promise that love and justice endure beyond death. I stood there alone, tears streaming down my face, feeling her presence in the gentle breeze, and whispering, "Thank you for the strength to fight for you, and for the family we almost lost, but saved by the courage to seek the truth." This tale of betrayal and revenge was ultimately a testament to the power of love that refuses to die, no matter how bitter the poison or how dark the night. It is a story that teaches us, even in our deepest pain, miracles can bloom, and justice can prevail when we dare to face the shadows and fight with